We have new patent leaks for the all-new TLX. Well, potentially. They're not set in stone yet, but if the vehicle comes out looking like this, it's going to set the world on fire. I don't know if that's in a good way or not, but the TLX has always been special to me. My first press event when I went full-time was the TLX Type S. Acura invited me out to Laguna Seca, and I got to drive the TLX Type S on my favorite race course. It was like a dream come true, and I just drove the refreshed TLX Type S. There's so much to like about it. It's an amazing gentleman's daily driver. It's fun to drive. It's powerful. Looks really, really good. But does this new TLX look really, really good? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Car Scoops is one of the first ones to post on this. You guys were also sending me the images. I think they may have actually leaked in other markets as well. So what we're going to do is break down the new TLX patented images here. And wow, there's a lot to say. There's no door handles. There's no side mirrors. So that sort of design, when I see a lack of those features, it probably means that this is not coming to production anytime soon. The current TLX came out around 2020, so we should see a redesign in 2026. Now, Acura wants to be fully electric sooner rather than later, seemingly. I don't think they're coming out with any more hybrids, which is unfortunate. But the shell of this vehicle seems eerily similar to the shell of the Accord, and we'll compare it to the Accord here in a little bit. Look how long, boaty, and protruding the front and rear end is. But hold the phone. I want to put something in comparison here, because you might be saying, Kirk, these overhangs just make it for the ugliest looking car of all time. Now, let's pump the brakes here, because Lexus's patented images on their gorgeous IS had extremely long overhangs as well. And it has something to do with the sort of flat image that we're dealing with. This is not how it appears to the naked eye. But if both of these vehicles came out with these horrendous overhangs, which the overhang is noticeably longer here on this vehicle, and I'm assuming it's fully battery electric, but this was supposed to be fully battery electric. Actually might be a gas IS at this point. It's hard to say, but the overhang here seems to be quite a bit less on the IS in comparison. And I feel like the IS is maybe a good comparison. It does compete with the TLX, but this is supposedly the next gen IS design, and this is the next gen TLX design. So let's keep going through the images, because we're not done. All right, they just flip it from one side to the other here. The front end to me screams the precision EV concept that I got to show off for you guys in New York City. And that was a pretty cool, huge electric SUV concept. And the ZDX in some ways shares some of that design presence. This does as well with this grille. I think kind of like manta ray sort of thing when I see this big diamond pentagon grille, and then you have all these additional swoops and lines going on. You have a light bar for the headlights, and you can see the chicane style daytime running lights on the inside here. To me, just because the patents were issued doesn't mean that this is going to come to the market. Keep that in mind. Now, looking at the back, this actually to me looks a little bit like the Mazda concept, the Mazda 6. It wasn't called the Mazda 6, it was Mazda Vision Coupe concept. I think that's what it was called. We have the quad exhaust, and if it's an EV, it won't have quad exhaust. So that's why, there's so many things about this that are a lot of red flags. The lack of mirrors, door handles. You have an EV-like front end, and then you have a, dual exhaust rear end here. So to me, it just doesn't, it looks actually decent from up top. This kind of reminds me of what that old Corolla IM front end, but that looks pretty cool from up top, but no one sees the vehicle from up top. And I wanted to compare this vehicle side by side with the patented images that we got for the Accord. So let me pull those up for you. We'll compare it side by side, and it's almost like this vehicle down below is a carbon copy of the Accord. Something is going on. It's almost like this is up their sleeve in case their EV platform isn't ready for the redesign in 2026. That's kind of what I'm seeing. This just looks like a copy and paste of the Accord. It's not identical one-to-one, but my gosh, it's hard to ignore the similarities. So could the next TLX just be a rebranded Accord, kind of how like the Integra is a rebranded Civic? And there's a possibility. I wouldn't say it's out of the equation, but can they modify this Accord platform to take the V6? I'm sure they can. Can they modify it to take super handling all-wheel drive? The problem is like Acura needs to be super unique compared to Honda. The Integra has the design aspects to it that set apart from the Civic, but this TLX is not set apart enough. And if it comes out as a rebranded Accord, that doesn't spell well for the TLX whatsoever, in my opinion. I think that this is not going to come to production. This might have been an oh crap situation if they're not moving the TLX to a fully electric platform. This is what they come out with. I think this is their backup plan. That's my theory. This is the backup plan if the fully electric TLX is not ready in time. Or maybe they come out with this as a gas TLX to run concurrent with a fully battery electric TLX, or whatever they would decide to call it. That is a possibility. And it seems like Lexus is doing that. I'll bring up Lexus again with this vehicle. Seems like Lexus could be doing that. This vehicle, this design could be the gas hybrid model, or both, right? Gas and hybrid model. And then the HZ, which is based off of the LFZC concept. I think I said that right, that I showed you guys in Japan. This is going to be the fully electric. This is 100% coming 2026. And the rumors out of Japan is that, hey, we know that there's a big interest still in an internal combustion IS. And I think that's what this model is. So that's my theory. Could Acura be doing something similar here, hedging their bets with a rebranded Accord for the gas market and give it, turbo V6 and turbo 4 cylinders? I mean, the Accord has no turbo 2-liter anymore, so the TLX could have that. The Accord has no 6-cylinder, and the TLX could have that here, as well as a fully battery electric option. I just don't know what to think. If it comes out looking like this, I think, guys, I just don't know. I will reserve complete judgment until I see an official reveal, but to me, this seems like a backup plan, if not an alternative option to a fully battery electric TLX sedan coming from Acura. So this could be coming in 2026 as a rebranded Accord with different powertrains. So I'll see you guys down below on your thoughts. I mean, I honestly think the Accord looks better from front to back than this TLX. What do you think? I'll zoom in here. What do you guys think? Front end to front end? Oh man, it just looks so similar, like it's the same car, right? And then you look at the back here, comparing the back to the back. I don't know. It could be coming, but I need to stop rambling. Thank you guys for watching as I minimize all my images here, websites. Thank you for watching. Do you think it's a backup plan to have a TLX gas one last run as a cheap option, a rebranded and hopped up Accord to run alongside a fully electric? That's what would make sense for me. But if it looks like that, I think customers would probably be flocking to the fully electric, assuming that looks just completely badass. I don't know. I'll wait judgment. Maybe the vehicle looks different in the gas form than those patented images, just slightly, and they'll make it much more palatable. Got to cut it off. Thank you guys for watching. Long live the Acura sedans. Long live the TLX. And we'll see what the future brings us. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe for more updates. Have a good one, and peace.